Welcome to selfdiscoverywisdom.com, formerly known as Self-Discovery Media. On these podcasts, you're going to hear people who speak from the heart. They've taken the journey in life. Many things have happened to them, but they've changed it to happening for them. And in their strength, their courage, they've discovered their abilities and their wisdom, and they are now sharing it here with you. Do enjoy each show. We bring it to you with love and knowing that it's going to help you on your journey of life. Welcome to selfdiscoverywisdom.com, formerly known as Self-Discovery Media. On these podcasts, you're going to hear people who speak from the heart. They've taken the journey in life. Many things have happened to them, but they've changed it to happening for them. And in their strength, their courage, they've discovered their abilities and their wisdom, and they are now sharing it here with you. Do enjoy each show. We bring it to you with love and knowing that it's going to help you on your journey of life. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Sarah's View of Life right here on selfdiscoverywisdom.com. How do we stay positive in the current atmosphere out there? It's very, very difficult. So what are some of the practices we can do? Number one, switch off social media, switch off TV. Remember that social media is an algorithm. So what you feed is what they will give you back. So if you're not responding to things, then that's not what you're going to get. So that's a good practice right there. Just go to the positives. Now, I'm going to say this. Do not ignore what's going on, because if we ignore it, they win. We need to step up for each other. We need to be there to support each other. We need to show kindness and love and compassion towards each other. We are each other's solution. So we cannot at all ignore what's going on. But what we can do is limit of how much we intake. Now, we're looking at a world in transition. It's been shaken up. It's most certainly at the present moment going through a lot. And basically it's showing you, do you want to repeat the past? Do you want to abstain from having any say in your life? Do you want to just hand your life over? And the answer, I hope, to all of that is no, no, no. I want to have a say in my life, choices in my life, how I live my life, who I am as a person, and all of that. So it's really, really important that we do step up into that. So one of the things that we can do is every single day, speak to affirmations. Every single day, write something down, say something, watch something that is going to lift you up, that is going to be something that will support you. Because when we do that, and especially first thing in the morning, I wake up every morning, thank you, I've woken up, I have another day in front of me. And if we face the day with gratitude, if we face the day with optimism, no matter what gets thrown at us, we can deal with it, because there's nothing that we can't deal with. Even if it angers us, irks us, there's nothing we can't deal with. So I think it's fortifying yourself first thing in the morning with I can, I will, I am, and love is what I embrace. And make sure that that's your breakfast. And then whatever you have to face in the day is I can, I will, I've got this. And if I don't have a solution right in the moment, a solution will come when I take that deep breath, relax, and allow. So yes, there's an awful lot going on everywhere in the world, but especially here in North America. What's going on in America right now is downright evil on so many levels. And here in Canada, we're threatened by what's going on in America, and we've also got our own problems here. But who hasn't got problems? Who hasn't? Every single one of us is going through something. I had a wibbly wobbly tire and my car was going like this. And I went along thinking it was just the air pressure was off, only to find out I had to have a new tire. And then they go, oh, by the way, the ball joint's gone here. This has gone there. That's gone there. This is going to be an $800 bill for you next time you come. And so my HVAC is gone. My car needs repairing. Just had to buy a new fridge. Yeah, it is a lot. So what do you do? Do you step into anxiety, anger, and all of that? What point is there? What point is there? Okay, it's something I have to budget for. So you look to how you can and where you can resolve issues. And sometimes you just have to say to the universe, show me how, show me whom, show me where. And don't get anxious about it, because when we get anxious about it, that's when it takes us over. And that's when we step into despair. So it's really, really important that we stay optimistic in our lives. So those are our personal lives of what's going on in front of us. And then you've got all that political shoot going on around us. And that political stuff is game playing. It's game playing. It's people stepping into their power at the expense of others. It's people and egos and self-importance and greed and opulence. It's all of that. Now we can turn a blind eye to it and say, I don't watch TV, I don't want to know, but then you're handing yourself over. Or you can say, okay, I don't like what's going on. What am I able to do about it? And maybe you're a voice, or maybe you support other voices. And, that's the thing, is find something that you can contribute to the solution. And maybe there's somebody out there that has really stepped up, that has really got out there and shared their voice of action, how we can take action, attitudes and what we need to be, how we need to come together, because unison is the way we fight this battle. And be a part of it, whether it's small or big. Just don't ignore it. But at the same time, don't let it consume you. I know for a fact, with all the shoot that I've gone through in my life, that when I stepped into anxiety, I stepped into despair. That's when the depression came about. That's when everything felt hopeless. And I've been given my fair share, nearly 28 years of fibromyalgia, 68 years of asthma. I've got ADD and dyslexia. Narcissism all have been around me. I've been through all of that. And it was like, how did I weather the storm? How did I find my courage? How did I find my strength? How did I find my abilities? How did I step into something that was meaningful, that I felt that was a contribution? The podcast, and of course the books, our Forgotten Children book, which addresses the system that's broken, that develops disconnected adults, and of course what's coming up is our Forgotten Seniors, because they've certainly been forgotten as well. So these are my passions, this is my desire, this is what I seek to do, because I can't sit back and do nothing. But at the same time, I have to be careful that I don't go down the rabbit hole. It is so easy to scroll and see, God, he's done what now? Or they've done what now? Or can you not see what's happening? And you get frustrated and you get worked up. So stay on top of things, what's going on. Find somebody or some organization, something that allows you to be a part of it, to give your voice to, or to give your action to. And then equally, if not more, find something joyful to do, something meaningful to do. I've just written another chapter for another book that I'm going to be in. And it was kind of quite interesting, the topic of the book, because it was talking about selfishness. And, it's, when you look at it, what is selfishness? And the title of the book, which is going to be out in the next couple of months, is I Didn't Become Selfish. I Became Harder to Manipulate. And this was, my story, my chapter on, not being selfish, but being filled with self-care, self-love, self-purpose. And that we have to be a certain amount of selfish to look after ourselves, to fortify ourselves so we can be of service to someone else. And it's like, where's that balance? And where was it written somewhere along the line that you've got to be self-sacrificing? Because that's not the point. If we sacrifice ourselves, then what good are we to anyone else? Because we're depleted, we've got nothing to give. So we do need to fortify ourselves. So when you step into joy, something that's meaningful to you, something that you love, then what happens with that is that it becomes something that fortifies you, that fills you up. And the more full you are of joy, the more you share with other people, the more you see and resolve problems that are out there in your own life, in the lives of others, in your community, in the world. So we owe it to ourselves to be love and joy and optimism. And we need to do whatever we need to do in order to make sure we step into that. Because when we step into that, that's when we resolve. Through the years of doing these shows, which April will be 13 years, one of the things that comes up so many times is the word joy, where people just say, I don't know how to have joy anymore. I'm not joyful. I can't be turned on by joyful things. And it's because too much is being fed to the other side and the anxiety has taken over. So as I said, awareness, yes. What can you do about it? Yes. How can you share your voice in your action? Yes. But 60, 70% needs to be passion and love and conviction of something that you love to do. I have two beautiful grandchildren, so I spend a lot of time with them and they fill my heart. Now I could go to the other side and go, oh, what kind of world are we giving them? What kind of world would they have? And it even becomes even more of a driving force as to what kind of world am I going to leave them? So that means even more, I need to step up. I do my shows, which I love doing, and the people I get to interview who are illuminating and inspirational and have profound thoughts and insights and have wonderful things to share that motivates us, that teaches us, that envelops us, that helps us. And this is my calling. This gives me meaningful purpose. And so I will do it for as long as I can. So this is my proactiveness. And I support other people, and I do put out posters and comments on inviting people to step up into the light, to be aware of what's going on. I did find actually before the last election in America, I spoke to people in business because very often I pre-interview people before I interview them, to find that they had no idea what was going on. They were just going to vote blindly. And it really kind of astounded me, because to say that you're not going to pay attention to politics, it's a bore, as I said, means handing yourself over. And then what you get, you go, oh, I don't like this. Well, you didn't step up and pay attention to what's going on. So it's very, very important that we do step into something that fulfills our heart and fulfills our joy. You have to find something that's meaningful to you. Don't wait for it to come to you. You've got to go to it. If you feel kind of helpless, then join a charity, an animal rescue, your church where they feed people. There's so many homeless, there's so many people. I mean, look what's gone on with the fires in LA. How many people are displaced? And I don't want to hear, oh, they're rich, who cares? No, they've worked hard their entire lives to build that, right? That's their security, that's their sanctuary, that's their memories, that's their entire life. And it's gone completely. And I've been through a fire where we nearly lost everything, and it was very, very traumatic. And if we don't have compassion and understanding, what are we? What are we? And we really need to kind of question ourselves. I can't be bothered. I don't care. I don't like those kind of people. They're human beings. And we need to make sure that we do step up and that we show compassion. So what's going on in your neighborhood that you can be a part of? If you don't have a project, if you don't have something that you love to do, if you don't have something that you get up for every morning and either you work or you support something or you have a routine, even if you have a routine that's very self-care, wonderful. But what else are you doing to support others in your community, whether it's online or whether it's in person? Because we can't do the la la la, but at the same time, we pay attention and go, okay, what am I empowered to do? Look at all that I have in my abilities. Look at the strength and the courage I have. Look at what I have, and I could share that in some form or other. And it's look to what's going on. Step into a few of the charities. Is there any one there that kind of turns you on and goes, yes, I want to be a part of this? You go to your city and go, okay, I'd like to volunteer somewhere. What's needed? And maybe some things might be too painful and you can't take that. That's understandable. So what can you do that can be uplifting and make a difference in someone's life? You see, this is what really life is about. Being there for each other. That's what it's about. And if we can't be there for each other, then we are unable to call ourselves human beings, because it's not about me, myself, and I. That's narcissistic. It's about being self-cared, selfish enough to fortify yourself, to be abundant and be rich so that your cup does runneth over and that you can share that with other people. Maybe you are a kindness advocate and you're just going around lifting people's cheer, helping people find smiles. They pay it forward. I'm paying for the coffee behind me, or I'm paying for this over there. Whatever it is, it's acts of kindness, acts of awareness. Actually, instead of walking down the street on the phone and not looking at anybody, go down the street and look at people in their eyes. They're going, good morning, good afternoon, great day. It was frisky today. Connection, connection. People in times like this feel absolutely isolated. This is the time to step up and be in connection. Connection, folks. So please feed the joy, feed the purpose, feed the compassion, feed the kindness, feed the love, feed the possibilities, feed the solution. I see the problem. This is what I can do. I promise you, you get out and go and do something, it's going to fill your heart. It's going to lift you up. It's going to fill you with joy. So if you say, well, I don't know how to find joy in my life, acts of kindness will bring you joy. Being around children and laughter will bring you joy. Being around animals will bring you joy. Being around people that are in their self-discovery and stepping into their own illumination is joy. Find your joy, and your joy is in contributing, in sharing, in absorbing, in giving. We receive so much when we give. And it's not giving for acknowledgement. It's not giving for praise. It's giving to bring our own heart joy. It's giving to know that you've uplifted somebody. It's giving to know that you were there for someone and you made a difference. That means so much to you because it also means so much to them. Maybe you know a senior, an elderly person in your community that can't get out and shop, or would just love you to pop by for a cup of tea now and again, or take them out somewhere. I had this book coming out about seniors and how they've just basically been displaced and dismissed. Let us not dismiss one another. Maybe you know of a single mum. Can you take care of her kids for a couple of hours? Let her even have a bubble bath. Or does she need help with the shopping? Does she need help with something else? You see, we used to be a community where we looked out for each other. And those days seem to have gone. And when we step up and look out for each other, stand up for each other, we become the force against the evil. You can't break these people down because we're arm in arm in love, in compassion, and in strength. Be part of that strength. It will bring you joy. Do something that illuminates somebody else's life. It will bring you joy. Be around children and animals. It will bring you joy. Create laughter and companionship. It will bring you joy. Doing something for someone else will bring you joy. And then that joy then spills over to your family. And your family get motivated to do the same. You can even do acts of kindness as a family, individually and as a family. Encourage it. Because that joy is knowing that something you did has brought a smile or brought joy to someone else. That's the beautiful contagiousness of joy. It keeps on growing and rippling. But maybe it starts with you. And while you're busy looking for that joy, it's you coming from your heart, from your soul, from your spirit, in compassion, in love, in wanting to make a difference and looking for something somewhere to do it. So don't get so bogged down by what's going on. Don't turn a blind eye. Please don't do that, because they'll walk all over you. There are so many people in dire need right now that are under attack. And we do, as a nation, have to push back. As a global nation, we have to push back against the tyranny, the dictatorship, the regime. We have to. We can't avoid it. It will be the annihilation of humanity. So, we know what the problem is. What's the solution? Get up every morning with gratitude and put a smile on your face and say, I don't care if I'm aches and pains. I live on a pain level of 6 every single day. And certain days it goes up higher. Very rarely does it go lower, and it might only go to a 5. I've learned to live with that. And I've learned to be grateful for what I do have, for what I'm capable of doing, not what I've lost, but what I still have and what I can gain. It's all about that attitude. And when we choose to step in to the joy of life, not the crap that's going on, but the joy of life, and that you want to, in that joy, bring about hope to other people. That's what it's about. So get up and be joyful. What does Carole King say? Gotta get up every morning with a smile in your heart and show the world all the love in your heart. Goes on to say that life is beautiful. It's how you choose to see it. Don't ignore the crap, but embrace the beauty. Embrace the love, embrace the joy, embrace the hope, embrace each other, and turn that tide. Because one thing evil cannot stand is people who live in hope, who live in belief, who live in the vibration of love. They don't win when we step into that collectively together. They can pick one up of us at a time, but they can't pick us off as a mass, no matter what they do. Look at history. Every time a regime has pushed to dominate, to destroy, to take control by elimination, it's like Mother Nature. We will come back up. We will come together, and we will be a force to reckon with. So let's not wait for the destruction. Let's get arm in arm now, with a smile on your face, joy in your heart, and get out there and share it with passion. Okay, folks? Pay attention to what's going on. Know what you can do in your own empowerment, and get out there and share it, and be a force to be reckoned with. It will bring you so much joy. It will bring you so much meaning, and it will bring the entire arena a force to be reckoned with. So may the force be with you, and may it be of love and joy. Until next time, folks, bye for now. We hope that you enjoyed the show. There are so many more for you here on selfdiscoverywisdom.com. Just go to the podcast tab at the top there, and you will see all the many genres and all 3,000 shows ready for your listening. We are here to serve you, to help you on your journey of life, and we know that through inspiration, it begets invitation. We are supported by you, the listeners, and those that we interview. Anything that you can spare us in donation would be greatly accepted, and we do hope that you enjoy the next show. We hope that you enjoyed the show. There are so many more for you here on selfdiscoverywisdom.com. Just go to the podcast tag at the top there and you will see all the many genres and all 3,000 shows ready for your listening. We are here to serve you, to help you on your journey of life, and we know that through inspiration, it begets invitation. We are supported by you, the listeners, and those that we interview. Anything that you can spare us in donation would be greatly accepted, and we do hope that you enjoy the next show.